So many people nowadays have blogs and YouTube and everything. I don't even worry about people seeing me with a camera. Seriously. It doesn't even matter. So I'm going to read you this part of this note that I was going to give to her. And then I didn't wind up giving it to her, but we wound up chatting, so I wound up reading it to her. I read it to her verbatim because we were walking anyway. So, but I told her too, I said, yeah, I can afford to get a room. I'm like, I don't want to get a room. I know I will drink. I'll be lonely. I'd rather be in the shelter than live in just a room where I can't cook and I don't want to live in a room. Joe doesn't understand that. The minute he's like, why do you want to go back in the shelter with those crazy people? Why don't you just get a room? Because I don't want to. But I need to start buckling down and start like applying to ads. I have applied to ads in the past, and then I don't hear back from people, and then I figure, you know, they don't want somebody with the stigma of not working. My therapist is like, well, I don't care. I think they just only care if you have income. I'm like, okay, but I have applied to ads that they don't outright say it if I don't even hear back from them, you know. They don't like it. So anyway, dear so-and-so, she's going to family this weekend. I'm happy for her. You know, I'm going to my mom's and she's getting out of there. She's going to family. You know, I hope you have a good time this weekend. You're able to do what you need to do to get your ass in gear so you can get out of here, just like I'm trying to get out of here. I have so much fun with you, just laughing and doing absolutely nothing. He goes, I wish I could afford to fly you to LA with me so I wouldn't have to fly there by myself. My abusive ex and his abusive in a different way mother likely still live, you know, a short distance from where I have been for years, paying on a storage unit that contains my lifetime's worth of original writings. Last summer I had a lot more money than I now have. I did. I spent all the money. Not all of it, but you know, I was paying rent when I was living with Bobby. I've spent most of it. Remember I bought the computer and clothes. Yeah, I've spent the money. I'm not down to nothing, but once I pay first, last security on a new place, you know, if I have to pay first, last, and security, and then shipping my stuff back, you know, from LA, that's going to pretty much deplete my savings, you know. Oh well. Last summer I had a lot more money than I now have. Last summer my former friend, an African-American woman I became friends with at the end of my 6.5-month stay at this lovely place would have kept me company during my lovely trip back to my former home, and I use that term lightly. But my mother unfortunately wound up in the hospital because I lost $300 from the $750 I paid for flights to LA for both my friend and me. Right now I have a $350 flight credit that I plan to use to fly to LA, ship back to Massachusetts, anything important to me, and finally have closure. My sheltered friend, that one African-American woman, would have been both kept me company and protected me, but she ultimately broke my heart, and now I'm stuck flying to LA alone. If I still had the money to do so, I would have definitely asked you if you care to join me in my lovely little adventure that I pray goes smoothly. Please don't ever mention any of this, you know, mention where my mom lives, anything like that while we're in the shelter. You know, people are constantly listening. I don't want these people knowing my business. I'll be flying to LA soon. You told me you ached to have some fun. Equals magically come up with around $400 or so for a round trip flight to LA, and even though I would have a lot of work to do, you and I would still find time to have some major fun. Plus, you could sneak down to where I used to live with Donald and Hope and try to find out if they still live there. I write poetry, songs, and essay-type stuff. Shipping back my numerous boxes of my writings and my 100-plus hardcover journals is going to practically deplete my small savings, but I'm tired of paying close to $50 per month for this storage unit, and I need closure, capitals, you know, exclamation point, blah, 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 blah. I need to not have my life sitting in a storage unit 3,000 miles away from where I'm now living. I wish you could come with me. You are so much fun to be around, and I'm terrified to go there alone. That's the bottom line. I don't want to go there alone. But I really am going to probably have to go there alone. Lucky me, huh? So, I don't know. Sucks. It absolutely sucks. My friend who lives in another country has been following me for years, like, well, now that the cat's out of the bag, blah, blah, now you can finally write a book. No, Mr. B. How am I supposed to write a book if I don't have peace and stability? There's no writing a book in my future. I need peace and stability to write a book, okay? And you don't, I guess I would call it a memoir. A book is like if I did my whole life, but you can do a memoir, just part of your life, which could be, you know, just the last 5 years. I don't know. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of, I'm sure if I probably could if I had just endless time and could just do it slowly and whatnot, you know, but I don't. I need peace and stability to write a book. But at least you know that I could write a book. At least you call me beautiful and brilliant, unlike the rest of my family who treats me like I'm just crap, okay? I mean, you know, not the rest of my family, the ones I've told you about, not my mom, and but Marion and all her cronies, Marion and the cousins whose aunt died of pancreatic cancer, and their father, and etc. All Marion's whatever. They all just think I'm shit and whatnot. Okay, so you call me beautiful and brilliant, so you say I should write a book, and then my friends like, well, now you cannot create videos in secret. No, I still have to create. I create videos at night, so I'm not, because my mom interrupts me during the day. The dogs bark, or she talks to the dogs, or the phone rings. At night there's no interruptions. My mom knows about this. Okay. That's why I create the videos at night. That's when I have the time. But gotta go. I don't feel good. I have to go to the bathroom. Bye bye.